Yeah, I know. It's been a while. Don't worry, I can explain. I think. Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Tom's Hit Parade. By the way, I invite you to hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up if you like what you see, share this video with your friends, and leave me your thoughts down in the comment section. You would earn brownie points from me. So yes, it has been 6 weeks since my last video. I think that has actually been the longest gap in my channel's history between two videos. And I hope you guys haven't worried too much about me. Those of you, probably my few subscribers who actually do literally wait on bated breath for my next video. I'm sorry I kept you waiting so long. Um, I wish I had a better explanation, but honestly, I just have not been motivated to do YouTube videos lately, and it's not just stopping at doing YouTube videos either. It's just kind of been music listening as a whole has been a little, lost some of its appeal. I'm still a big fan of music. I'm just, you know, just don't actively. I've found myself not actively listening to music in the last month and a half as I usually do, and it's just very strange. It's, obviously I've had shorter episodes of burnout as I spit on myself, shorter episodes of apathy or burnout in the past, but they've usually gone away within a few weeks. And this here it is. It's been probably twice as long. This spell has lasted than usual. So I don't know if I don't know if I'm just done YouTubing. I can't see myself being done with YouTubing for good. For my channel going totally dormant. I don't think I'll ever stop making videos totally. Although I guess I'd be lying, and forgive me. I'm actually doing this video without notes or without a script. A list of topics, and I usually like to have that kind of stuff so that I don't keep circling around or forget to say something or whatever. But I just thought, I just want to come on here, try and get my thoughts out without lasting too long and going too long-winded. But yeah, I just wanted to get this video out just so you guys know what's going on. But where was I? Yeah, I was. Yeah, this spell has lasted about twice as long as usual, and I don't picture myself stopping YouTubing altogether. That's where I left off. Yeah, I mean, there's always a possibility. Probably when when my mother eventually passes away, she's not in imminent danger of doing so. Probably when a massive, major life event like that, like my mother passing away or something, that will probably stop me from YouTubing at least for maybe a year or so until I get my life's bearings back and that kind of thing, or something like that. But thankfully, nothing like that has been happening. Mom has actually been doing really great since she got her hip replaced a little over, actually, just about a year ago. Actually, it's almost to the day. She has gotten her energy level back quite a bit. It's not back to what it was 10 years ago. Obviously she's 78 or no 87 years old. So yeah, starting to forget how old my mother is because she doesn't act 87 years old. But yeah, yeah, she has so much more energy back now than she had a year ago or even 2 or 3 years ago. It's pretty amazing. I think the doctors are going to find themselves suitably impressed. Well, they usually do with how old my mother is compared to her physical condition, anyway. But yeah, my mother's been doing fine. No other medical events in our family at all. So yeah, sorry if I worried you guys with my absence from YouTube. But yeah, that is just the plain old truth, is that I just have not been motivated at all to do YouTube videos, and also not to do much music listening either. And this is one of the really uh, things that I hate about it, is that backtracks. I've enjoyed doing backtracks so much this for the past year. I didn't think I would lose my mojo for YouTubing in quite this manner. Obviously, I mean, nobody expects to, obviously, but yeah, I've got my I did my 1956 backtracks listening. I've actually got the CDs set aside. I've had them set aside for 6, 7, 8 weeks. What do you call it? Materially ready to do the video, but just have not done the have not been motivated to do so. And I did even thrift store hauls. I went. It's been about 4 or 5 weeks ago or so. Went to a few thrift stores, the St. Vinny's and Goodwill stores. Picked up a nice little bunch of stuff. Nothing really earth shattering. About somewhere between 15 and 20 CDs. Had those set aside for a couple weeks and just was never motivated to do that. And even watching YouTube videos of people's recent finds videos and that kind of stuff, and just I have done a fraction of the YouTube watching that I usually do over the past 6 weeks or so. So it's not just YouTubing on my end that I have kind of lost interest in, and my playlist video. I wanted to do a playlist video. I've had stuff set aside for a few weeks to do that, and so I've got the backtracks, a little CD caddy of backtrack stuff, my CD caddy of um, playlist stuff, ready to file away as soon as I make the videos. But honestly, I probably will do the playlist at some point. In fact, I've listened to a couple of really good things since then. That yeah, so my music listening has not completely diminished away, but yeah, as I said, my YouTube has my uh, enthusiasm for YouTubing has gone way down. And like I was saying with backtracks, I loved doing backtracks, and I kind of hate myself for kind of stalling backtracks just a year in. I was talking toward the beginning of last year about how much I love doing it, how much I love discovering all those old albums that I had never listened to until then. But I don't want to do the video if I'm just going to be going through the motions, because I think you guys would be able to tell if I'm doing a video just to do a video, you know. So that's the main reason why I have not been doing it, is because I don't want to force myself. If I force myself to do a video, it's not going to look right. It's not going to be something I'm happy with. So I figured better to just kind of take a break, an extended break as it's turning out, with YouTubing. And as I said, I don't expect to quit YouTubing altogether. I think I will. I'm kind of developing a bit of a feeling, and that's one reason I'm doing this video. Is I was kind of hoping that, if I tell you guys what's going on in front of the camera with on a YouTube video, maybe that will start getting my enthusiasm to do more YouTube videos again. I don't know. Maybe that's backwards logic or reverse psychology. I don't know, but we'll see if it works. But yes, I am slowly inching toward doing my next backtracks, or no, excuse me, playlist video. You see, I've got this stuff mixed up in my head too. That can't be helpful or conducive to being a good YouTuber. But yes, you will probably see at some point. You'll see another playlist video from me fairly regularly, as I am still committed to knocking down my CD listening backlog. Definitely doing that. Just I just want to listen to, and that's one thing I am pausing, at least for now. Uh, Maybe for good, I don't know. My backtracks is I want to listen to CDs just to listen to stuff, not to have to do it. I don't want it to become homework for doing videos. I want to listen to it just for purely pleasure sake, and that was kind of feeling like that was going away, like it was, like listening to my CDs was work. And which, with my CD backlog as big as it is, it kind of feels like work, and that is kind of leading me into my next reason for or my next subject on this video. Gosh, I'm actually doing a pretty good job at staying in line with my topics and moving along. But anyway, that's another thing that has been kind of weighing on me lately, especially with my decrease in desire for music listening, is how big my CD backlog had become. It had really gotten out of control. So much so that a few weeks ago, I did some rearranging of my CD shelving, which something that had to be done. I had CDs stacked on, my CDs on the racks, kind of like my vinyl is, on their ends, alphabetized and stuff. And had started to stack CDs horizontally on top of those racks where I had room. So it was kind of getting away from me trying to keep stuff sorted and organized. So yes, I did some reorganization a few weeks ago, and just CDs by the handful. Every single handful I take and dust off the tops of, because I'm not very good with dusting my room, and putting them in the right place. And with nearly every handful, I found at least one or two CDs that I don't listen to anymore, and so I pulled them and set them aside. And by the time I was done, I had over 150 CDs I had pulled from my shelving. So yeah, that's kind of the that massive CD pruning, and I actually did prune some stuff out of my listening backlog too, and even my soundtracks, which is something I'll get to in a few minutes. So yeah, the overabundance of CDs, uh, first world problems, was something that was really getting to me in this, and again, hopefully lightening the load, so to speak, will help me to get a little more enthusiastic about listening to CDs again. And I'm still debating. I'm probably going to just um, stop Backtracks, because in a way Backtracks is time sensitive. I was going to do, since this is 2026, I had intended to do years ending in 6 this year, and I had hoped by now to have at least 2 of the videos done. Obviously, I have none of them done, and being that I still have very little enthusiasm. Oh, and that's another thing with Backtracks is the enthusiasm for listening to the CDs for and the albums for my Backtracks videos. That also is something that has gone way down. I just had not had the enthusiasm to do the homework for my Backtracks listening. So yeah, I think that's another reason. Well, obviously, it's another thing that's contributing to my YouTube burnout, so to speak. So I think I am going to just discontinue Backtracks for the time being, and obviously, all of this is subject to where my mood's going to be in 3 weeks, 6 weeks, 2 months from now. Who knows? I could have all my enthusiasm back, and this video may have been for nothing. So, a small part of me is kind of hoping that that happens, but for now, I don't see that happening. So, I've got a rack of CDs, probably 2 dozen. I'm seeing two to 3 dozen, which were bought and saved specifically for and set aside specifically for future Backtracks installments for this year. And I kind of don't see that happening. Probably when I wrap this video, I will just be putting the Backtrack CDs back on the shelf, and the the CD backlog for Backtracks. If there's stuff in there that I'm just not really enthusiastic about, I may end up putting that stuff into the trade-ins or thrift store donations stack. Like I did a lot of stuff. I did some of that with, as I said, with my general CD listening backlog. So yeah, that's kind of where I am with that. Oh, and having said all that, the one genre that I have not lost interest in, really, is, some of you guys are going to guess this, soundtracks, film scores, and stuff. I have been continuing to buy film scores that look interesting off of fsmcds.com and other sources, and I've only gotten rid of a few, less than 5 of my soundtrack CD backlog to go into the donations or trade-in stack. All the rest of it I'm keeping and looking forward to listening to it. And that's one genre that I have not lost any interest, in fact possibly have gained some interest in listening to, is soundtracks. So yes, I can't explain that. I have no explanation for you on that. Never thought that my enthusiasm for soundtracks would come back quite so much. But yeah, that's kind of where things are. What have I been doing in this time? Well, most weekends I've just kind of been relaxing. Sometimes I have had to basically just sit, daydream, and relax and rest and nap for an entire day. Not solid front to back napping, like being unconscious for 36 hours or something, not like that. But yeah, I found myself just not having any enthusiasm to do anything, and just needing to nap for a day. And then Sunday, I'm fine. I have plenty of energy. Household chores, of course, that stuff never stops. It never goes away. Been helping out in the yard, which is something I really don't like to do. I don't like gardening, weeding, yard work. Who does? Well, actually, my mother does. And but I've been finding myself helping my mom out doing that. Yes, at 87 years old, she still does some of that. And that's one thing is spending time with my mom. She is being 87 years old. I have recognized in general, and I recognized last year with helping her recover from her hip surgery, that, her days are numbered, hopefully not severely numbered. Hopefully she'll be around for another 10 years or so. And she could be. With her being as spry as she is, she could be. But yeah, just it's come into focus how valuable it is the time I spend with her anymore. And so yes, I enjoy the time I spend with my mother. Um, trying to value that and that kind of stuff. I mean, once I'm retired, I can YouTube all I want, and I'll have much more time when I'm retired. And as I said, if and when I find a life equilibrium after she has passed away, maybe I'll resume YouTubing then. Yes, I won't be taking down my channel. As I said, I don't plan to stop making videos completely. It may be a month, 2 months between videos, and that's the beauty of YouTube is that I can make a video as often or as seldom as I want to. So, dry throat. So yeah, that's kind of where things are at. I think I've talked about all I wanted to talk about. Yeah, my throat is starting to go a little. It gets like that when my throat starts getting exhausted. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know what's going on, and to apologize to you for making you worry if I did about my absence on YouTube. But yes, I don't plan on going away completely, as I said. Hopefully soon, and actually, I think I'm going to just to get this box out of the way. Yes, all the stuff that I said with an overabundance of CDs in my house, and wait till you see what will probably be the next video. I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll do it right after I record this video. But anyway, so yes, hopefully I will be seeing you semi-frequently, semi-regularly, probably not as regularly as has been the case up until 6 weeks ago. But yeah, just wanted to let you guys know what's going on, and just have this little laid back, free form, just talk video telling you what's going on. I still love music. Don't worry. I still absolutely love music. And yeah, one of the things I've been listening to, ironically, to talk about my love of soundtracks is podcasts related to soundtracks in general and John Williams in particular. Just on my commutes to and from work, I've just been putting those on, and not actual music. There have been a few new releases that have come out this year that I have enjoyed. So new releases, pop and rock and stuff in general. Some of that has been good. Some of the best new releases I've heard in a few years, actually. I've enjoyed. So you can probably still expect a year-end countdown from me, I hope. Let's come December, hopefully that'll be the case. But anyway, I guess enough jabberwocky. It's been almost 20 minutes, so let's go ahead and cut this video short here. Hope to see you guys again soon, but for now, that'll do it for this video. Be sure to like it if you liked it. And before you go, drop me some feedback in the comment section. I'd love to know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon to catch my future videos, and hit my username to links to my socials and my favorite fellow YouTubers are in the description below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and remember, life's too short to be a music snob.